Most videos that talk about coffee shops always list the best coffee shops in Amsterdam. I include myself. Only this year I already released 2 videos about the best coffee shops to visit in Amsterdam. But there are so many coffee shops that are really fire and no one is really talking about them. So I have been to these coffee shops a few times now and I want to present them to you. I prepared 3 of them. Next to that we're also going to include some nice munchies. Today something very special, also history, and we're going to start this video today here at the last rampart standing in Amsterdam, part of the old city fortification. If you want to know more about this, click here. Now we are going to look for a nice spot where we can sit down so we can indulge in the finest green delicatesses that Amsterdam has to offer, and then we're going to visit our first destination. This video is also about one thing. Many people complain that Amsterdam is always so packed. So today I'm going to show you the nicest spots just outside of the inner ring. And when I'm talking about the innerest ring, I'm talking about one street outside of the red light district and one street behind the dam and one street behind Rembrandt. And I'm going to show you the nicest and quietest places for everybody who is sick of the city center being way too full. I'm going to show you the nicest spots where you can just relax, enjoy the water, enjoy the sun, enjoy your doobie without having to be exposed to that busyness and that you find everywhere outside in the world these days. I'm indulging on some lemon pie today that I got from coffee shop Chapiteau, only 9.50. The best coffee shop in Amsterdam for me. If you want to know more about it, you can click here and you find the video about the best coffee shops to visit in this summer. I have to say this is absolutely fire, so I will enjoy this now. So we're here in the middle of the busy Jordaan district. Just here there's always some market. Even Anne Frank used to visit this market and it used to be her favorite market. And just behind me you can see a bakery which is always super filled. So I would really advise you to come early in the morning at 10:30. And then you don't have to wait long, maybe like 2-3 minutes. They have some super nice stuff, some super nice pastry that is called cruffins. And you have to imagine it as a mix between donut and a muffin filled with pistache and blueberries. It is one of the godliest breakfast and snacks that I ever had in my whole life. I've been here now a few times. It costs €5.40 I think, so it's a bit pricey, but in comparison to what you get for €5.40, just a few hundred meters further inside the inner center of the red light district, this is a bargain, especially for the quality what you get. It's artisan, it's handmade. So I'm gonna go in now. Once I'm out, I'm gonna show you what I got. So here we are, guys. I got some nice cruffin. Luckily they still had some because I was already here once at I think 11:30 and they were all gone, but it was not on the weekend. Today is Saturday and as you can see the city is packed. Let's find a nice spot to eat it and then I'm gonna show you this absolute crazy deliciousness. So the Jordaan district used to be one of the poorest areas of Amsterdam. It was an area built for the working class, for the very low working class people. And you have to imagine per floor there was one family living and everything was on one floor. They didn't have a toilet, they had a bucket where they left their excrements inside and it was only emptied once a week, so just imagine the smells inside those houses. Also those super thin wooden floors, so you could literally hear what was happening upstairs. When your neighbors would spill some water, it would just drip through the wooden ceiling or what is for them at the same time also the floor. They even built new houses into the garden, so often you didn't even have sunlight anymore in your own house because everything was just full. Also the big diseases like the cholera, the pest, lepra, those were absolutely horrible times to live here. And today it is one of the richest areas of Amsterdam and also one of the most expensive to live. It's a very multicultural area with Little Italy and a lot of artisan and nice food. I really like it. But it is a very big contrast to what this area used to be only like 150 years ago. So on our way to the next destination, I made a quick stop at the oude kerk, the old church, the oldest building of Amsterdam. If you want to know more about this building, you can click here or here, I'm not 100% sure, and you will see the video that I made where I include information about this church. But today we are talking about exactly this piece of water and land here. It is a very, very historical spot and was very significant in the history because this is where the beer arrived to Amsterdam. It was also called the Bierkade, and mainly from northern Germany the shippers arrived here and unloaded the beer. So the next time when you walk here, remember that what for us coffee shops are, for the people back then was the Bierkade, when they were waiting for the beloved beer that came freshly brewed from Germany. So our first destination is just next to this building here. It is the new markt, and if you want to know more about this building that has a lot of dark history, you can click here to get one of my videos where I talked about it. Many people know this building, and it's just next to the red light district, the Jolly Jokers. Here the Zeedijk is there, and the destination that we are going for is only 2 minutes walk from here away, but still not many people talk about this coffee shop, although they have a very good selection, and it is also in a very quiet area of Amsterdam. Although you are just like a few footsteps away from the busyness of the red light district and the new markt, still nobody is there, and you will always find a free bench to chill at the water. And this is also what we're gonna do. So first coffee shop, then Craffin, and then the next green delicacy. So here we are at our first destination, Coffee Shop Solo. I've been here a few times already. I really like this coffee shop. They have a very nice menu. Also the staff is super friendly. And as you can see, it's not as busy anymore as it is just like 2 streets further there next to the red light district. So let me go in here. Let me check what they have on the menu. And then I'm gonna show you what I could get. And I hope that I can also make some shots from the inside. See you soon. Alright guys, I've been inside and I got exactly what I wanted. The Skittles for 14.50, it smelled really good. And yeah, I cannot show it of course because I don't want this video to get age restricted. By the way, YouTube, if you haven't heard yet, I'm a medical patient since more than 20 years. I know exactly what I'm doing and I'm always supervised by a doctor. So what I'm doing here is also no recommendation for anybody. I'm just sharing my life with my health issues and how I can cure them or at least make my life less sufferable. I know exactly what I'm doing. This is all supervised by doctors. So never ever do what I do here. But if you want to know more about all these things here, you should consult always your GP because they are the one who are very experienced and very skilled and can give you all the information that you need or can give you a referral to a specialist. But now let's find a nice bench where we can do some double indulge. First the Craffin and then the Skittles. It's gonna be sweet and sweet together. I'm looking forward to it. Just look at this here. Do you see what I mean? You can walk to here within 4 or 5 minutes. It is super quiet. This is the real Amsterdam. All right guys, here we are. Isn't it beautiful? You know this house probably if you've already been to Riva, which is just behind the corner. It is super busy there. And here we have the quietness. You can hear the birds, you can feel the wind, you can have a look at the tourist boats and just enjoy and relax and be happy about being in Amsterdam, which is literally the best city in the world and, well, let me call it the Disneyland for adults. So here we have the Craffin. Let me get it out. So here it has a filling of blueberry and pistache. So I would say let's indulge. Another tip, what is also super handy in Amsterdam, always have some disinfection gel with you because this is one of the dirtiest cities you can imagine. And if you want to eat and you cannot wash your hands, this will save your life. We finish. Let's roll one, guys. All right, guys, I roll it. It's finished. I'm gonna indulge it now. Unfortunately, I cannot show you anything of that, but an in-depth review will, of course, follow like always in the shorts and also shots of the butts. Let's see how it will be. Burns very nice. I really like it. I can tell you it's fire. I love it, man. This is better than the one that I got from Terps Army and cheaper. I really like it, man. Even now in those scuffed conditions, it's burning super white. I think we found some new favorite Skittles here. Let me end it and then we're gonna get to our next destination. So Amsterdam was always known worldwide to be the freest city on earth. Back then, Amsterdam was the most important trade point for the whole world. Everybody who wanted to experience freedom more or less came to Amsterdam. And there were many Jews, for example, in Portugal. And they had to fear the Inquisition. They were forced to convert to Christianity, otherwise they would have killed them. They heard that you could come to the Netherlands. And there was a big diaspora of Portuguese Jews to all over Europe, and many of them also came to Amsterdam. And when they arrived to Amsterdam, they thought they were the last Jews on earth. They thought they would have been erased already everywhere. So when they arrived here, they were very surprised to see a kosher butcher, and so slowly they could build up their identity again, that they got repressed by the Inquisition and by the church. And this whole area here, which is now the market, and here the city hall, is all new. What happened here back then was, because of so many refugees came into Amsterdam looking for safety and freedom, they had to build this island, which was called Vlooienburg. Also here, the street that you see here, and the street that goes here along the market, it used to be canals here, but these canals have been closed in the 1880s, and since then have been converted to streets, which really changed the character of the whole area. And then came the Second World War and the invasion of the Nazis. And when the Nazis arrived here, the life of Jews, of course, really changed. And something very sad happened. Almost every Jews were deported. So there was a lot of poverty here in the Netherlands. And you have to imagine, as all Jews were deported to concentration camps, all the houses here were empty. You really have to imagine that the people lived here in the war and didn't have any resources. So what they had to do also was loot all the houses of the Jews, because there was nothing over anymore to heat. The winters were very harsh. So mostly the wood of the houses was used to heat. And at the end of the war, nobody came back. Almost all of the Amsterdam Jews got exterminated. So what left was a ghost town in the middle of the center of Amsterdam. And it took some time until they knew what to do with it. So then they decided to build this, which is called the Stopera. Many Amsterdammers hate it because they say it destroys the public face of Amsterdam. So next time when you are here, know that exactly here where the market is, there used to be a very, very busy Jewish market where all of Amsterdam came to buy their goods. And here, many, many lives have been lived of Jewish people. And everything, every single part of their presence here in Amsterdam has been erased. We're here now in the middle of the Jewish district, or what used to be the Jewish district. There are still some remains here of old buildings, but the rest here is all new buildings. Here we have the Jewish Museum, and a bit further we have the synagogues. And as I already said, there's nothing really over anymore. Here we're at coffee shop number 2, coffee shop hashtag. We've been at their second birthday party and I don't know why I haven't visited this coffee shop more often, because they have a great menu. Especially they have very nice imports for very affordable prices, like the Ballonnetje. You can check it on my channel, I already tested it, €20 import. So let's go in, I'm gonna show you some shots if I'm allowed to do, and let's see what they can recommend us. So on the second birthday party of hashtag, I was on a boat on a free cruise that they organized, and there was a viewer of mine and he got the Donny burger. It was just so absolutely stinking badly in a godly way that I had to get it. So I just smelled it again. It was like boom. I wish so much there would be smell-o-vision, unfortunately not. So I'm gonna try this out later. You're gonna see how I liked it in the shorts. And now we're gonna go to our next destination. Leave them some love, man. They are super nice. Their butt is so good, man. Try the Donny burger, try the Ballonnetje. You will not regret it. So here we are at our last destination of the video, coffee shop Het Ballonnetje. They are also a coffee shop, just like a 5-minute walk out of the busyness. It is a really local area here. As you can see, it's nice and quiet, no tourist masks, just the normal Amsterdam life going on. Het Ballonnetje, very famous coffee shop, exists since a very long time. So let's have a look. They had a very nice menu. And I asked for the rainbow runs because I'm a big RS11 and rainbow sherbet and everything with rainbow fan. And he let me smell it. And also this has such a strong smell. It's just crazy. I'm very much looking forward to try it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If, please like and subscribe. I hope I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.